All right, today is day 1 of the 5-day arm series. So we're going to have a few moves and we're going to repeat those few moves 3 times and then move on to the next few moves. So here's the preview of the first move. We have bicep curl. So grab your weights and let's get started. In 3, 2, 1. Side your body, shoulder blades rolled flat on the back. Breathe out as you bring the weights up towards your shoulders. Slow descend here. Fully lengthen the arm before lifting again. Breathe through it and focus. Almost done. Excellent. Next we have rows. So go ahead and check the preview. Starting with the weights low, shoulder blades flat on the back, core strong, flat back, and the end of your preview in 3, 2, 1, begin. Bring the weights up towards the rib cage. Squeeze the muscles of the back at the top of the range of motion. Inhale as you pull them towards you. Exhale as you lower. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. And your next move will be shoulder taps into ankle taps in 3, 2, 1. Starting in plank position, core strong, hips low, tap opposite shoulder with opposite hand. Almost done. Excellent. Now transition into ankle taps. The next time we do all of these moves, there'll be no previews, given that you know what the moves are. If you don't have any music on, I encourage putting some music on, having a good time as you move your body. From here, we're going into a wide-armed push-up. Feel free, of course, as I am, to do them on your knees. And here's the end of the preview in 3, 2, 1, begin. Strong core. Press into the hands, push the ground away. Exhale as you are lifting. From here, we're just going to start all over again. You'll have a 10-second rest. All right, your rest is coming to an end, and we're starting right at the top with those bicep curls. No preview this time. Here we go. Me personally, I am doing 10 repetitions, but depending your weight, depending your body, that may be different. But you want those last 2 repetitions to not necessarily be easy. Otherwise, it's an indication to up your weights. Almost done here. And then we're going into those rows. Core strong. Exhale as you pull the weights in towards your rib cage. Inhale as you lower them down. Focus on the muscles of your back that you feel engaged at the top of the range of motion. Bring your awareness to them as you use them. Almost done. And then we go into those taps. Here we go. Shoulder taps first, 10 each side, so 20 total, and then opposite ankle taps to follow. Opposite ankle taps. Commence. Core strong the whole time. Onto the tippy toes. If your grip or balance is off and reaching for the opposite ankle isn't in your practice today, simply shift from down dog to plank, focusing on the core. Here's our last move. These are going by so fast already. And we have the wide arm push-up. Excellent job. Here we go. Almost done, and then there's another 10-second break for you before we do this for the third and final time. All right, here we go. 10-second break. Over. Returning to the bicep curls. If you find yourself swaying back and forth, bring one foot in front of the other, widening your stance. Almost done. And then we move on to the rows. Here we go. Grab your row weight, if different, and begin. Almost there. Excellent. Drop the weights, shoulder taps, and then ankle taps for the last time. Shifting to ankle taps. Wonderful. One last move of this round. Here we go. Setting up, moving things out of the way if need be, and begin. A bit longer of a break here, as you may notice. So when we begin, we're going to be doing a different variation of a bicep curl. It's called a hammer curl, where your palms are facing in. Go ahead and check the preview here. So same cues, shoulders at the sides, shoulder blades flat, core strong, Exhale as you bring the weights up towards the shoulders. End of preview. Here we go. Still sticking with those 10 repetitions for myself. Excellent. And here we have a combination of a fly and a row. So it's a wide elbow row. Check the preview. Core strong, back flat. Focus on the muscles used as you are using them and begin. After this, we come on to the floor for some bird dog. So starting in a tabletop position, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Here begins the preview, sending the right leg back first with the left arm forward, and then exhaling to crunch your knee and elbow together underneath you. And begin. Switching sides. Core strong. Bicep alongside the ear at its fullest extension. Kicking the leg back, but not so much so that your low back begins to arch. Exhale as you bring your knee and elbow together underneath you. Excellent. Come flat onto your stomach. Press your pelvis into the ground. Press the tops of your feet into the ground and lift your whole body, upper body, off the ground. Almost the end of the preview here, and begin. All right, we have a 10-second rest, and then we do all of those moves once again. Starting with the hammer curl, go ahead and get ready and begin. Almost done. Moving on to those row flies, those fly rows. Here we go. Hinge at the hips, back flat, core strong, elbows towards the ceiling. Almost done. And then we make our way back down to the ground. Drop the weights, come into a tabletop position, send the right leg back and the left arm forward. Exhale to crunch the elbow and knee underneath you, slightly rounding the spine. Inhale to extend and repeat. About to be done here on this side. Lower everything, switch sides. Focus on the muscles that you are experiencing sensation in as you are doing these moves. Keep your mind in your movement. Here we go. Lower all the way down and lift the torso off the floor. This is our last move of the second round, and then we do all of these one more time. It is flying by. Almost done. Hold at the top. And slowly lower down. Excellent job. Push yourself back up. Come to stand. And we'll begin once again in about 10 seconds. And here we go. Hammer curl. Remember, you could always widen your stance if you find that you are leaning forward and backward too much. All right, hinge at the hips. Bring the elbows towards the sky, the weights up towards your shoulders. Strong core. Almost there. And then we have our last round of bird dogs. Lower everything down, meet in tabletop position, and get ready for that first side. Sending the right leg back and the left arm forward. Not overarching in the low back as you send the leg back. If you are, just don't send the leg as high into the sky. Focus on keeping the core strong. Push the ground away with your whole hand. Feel free to curl the toes under of that foot that is on the ground. All right, last round here. Lower all the way to your stomach. Lift your upper body off of the ground using your back muscles and slowly lower back down. Repeating, repeating, repeating. And then almost there at our hold. Here we go. And 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top of the range of motion. Lower down, and we get a little bit of a longer break before we go into our next round of moves. Our first move, as you'll see on the preview in just a moment, is a side curl. Once again, keeping the elbows as they were and always are in these curls next to the side of the body. On an angle, bring the weights up towards the shoulders and begin. Strong core. Again. Feel free to widen the stance to improve your balance. Focus on the muscles you're using, bringing the mind to the body. Almost done. Excellent. Lower those weights, grab your heavier ones if suited for you. A different kind of row this time where the palms are facing forward with a slow descend. So bring the weights up towards the ribs and slowly lower down. End of preview in 3, 2, 1. Lower your weights down. Come to lay flat on your back and grab your weight, or one of them at least, again. So I like to tuck the pelvis by bringing the knees in towards the chest, but not all the way, as we start with the weight above our chest and lower the weight behind the head onto the floor, focusing on the upper body. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Lower that weight off to the side. Come onto your side. Hug yourself with your bottom arm and push the ground away with the arm that's closer to the ceiling, as is in the preview. And begin in 3, 2, 1. And switching sides, this is the last move of this first round. We've got 2 more rounds, and then the whole workout is complete. All right, return to your standing position. Got about a 10-second break here, and then we go right into the second round. I was going to say other side. All right, meeting at the top of your mat for those side curls. No preview, we're just going right into it. And lower down, grab your heavier weights if you are doing so, and begin with those slow descend rows with the palms facing forward. Core strong, shoulders away from the ears. Focus on the muscles you're experiencing the sensation in, especially on that slow descend. All right, lower the weights. Come on to your back, grabbing at least one of the weights again, tucking the tailbone, and slowly lower the weight over your head. Almost done here. Last one. And lower the weight off to the side. Come onto your side. Push the ground away with that top arm. And then we just have the other side to do. And then we just have one more round to do. Switching sides. All right, a little bit of a break here. And then we go directly into the last round. Give yourself a round of applause and get your weights in your hands and begin. Last few. And now switch your weights if need be, and we'll meet in a hinged position for those slow descend rows. Almost there. All right. Excellent job. We are halfway through this last round. Drop your weights for a moment. Come onto the ground. Grab one of the weights. Tuck your tailbone and slowly lower that weight over your head. We only have one more move done on each side after this. Last one here. Bring that weight off to the side. Roll onto your side and use your top arm. Almost done. Give it your all here. And switch sides. Excellent job. This workout is complete.